It is NaNoWrimo Day 10. My name is Daniel Poppie, if you don't know, and I'm an author from Wisconsin. You can find out more about all the stuff I do at danielpoppy.com. So NaNoWrimo Day 10. I've got a little kid I'm feeding right now, so if you see me move over, it's because she'll make noise. And so I'm at day 10. So before I wanted to start, I wanted to talk about what I define as finishing a book, because I did finish the first draft, but I don't consider the first draft finishing in the book, and I don't consider the edits finishing a book. So if I go through a book and I write it, the first draft, and I type it up and I edit it, I do not consider that finishing the book. I only consider a book finished when it's actually a final product, if that makes sense, because a book isn't a book until it's a final product. You can read a book before it's a final product, but it's not accessible to anyone until it's a final product. Doesn't really take book form, if that makes sense. So I just wanted to go over this. I wrote not too far into the night. It was pretty early when I finished the book, and then I kind of was done with the day, and that's just kind of how it went. I think that this is the longest of this series that I've written so far, because I let everything. So I used to stop at when I got to the end of a chapter when I was doing When I got to the end of the chapter, when I was doing other books, I would skip over to the next page because it's easier to find where you are. But with this one, I just flowed from one chapter to the other on the same page. And I think it worked really well. So I think this is the longest book I've written. Now, this book is probably about 40,000 words. So for NaNoWrimo, I technically haven't met the NaNoWrimo goal, because the NaNoWrimo goal is at least 50,000 words. But I don't see that as an issue. And the reason why I don't see that as an issue is because if I were to continue writing, right, it was day 9 when I finished the first draft. So if I had a longer book and I continued writing that book, I would easily get to 50,000 words in 1 month. Easily. I would get to 90,000 words in 1 month if I really wanted, writing at the pace that I do. So I would get the first draft done. Sorry, I'm bumping my camera a little bit. I would get the first draft done, not the whole entire book, because I define the whole entire book differently. So now I'm on to the typing up the book, and because I write it, here's the book. Because I write it in notebooks by hand, which I recommend you trying if you don't do it, because I do it that way, I actually have to type up the book, and it does add a couple days to writing. You can type up a book in a day, but it's a long day, right? If you have a book that is shorter, you can type it up in a day. If you have a book that's over 100,000 words, it's going to take you a little while to type up, but it also gives you a little bit of time to think about the book as you're writing it. And what I do when I type up, this is my process, it doesn't have to be everybody else's. What I do when I type up is I don't change anything. I type it up as it's written, and I just take in the book, and it's my first reading of the book completed, right? And I make assessments, and I think about the book as I'm going through it, and I think that's really helpful. So that's really all I've got today. To talk about, and I will tell you how typing up the book is going. If this is probably the most boring part of the writing process, but at the same time, it's pretty brainless, right? Typing doesn't take a lot of effort, so you can think about something or you can listen to something else while you're doing it. All right, I will see you tomorrow.